I wanted to talk about the fact that the reason the West, like the main output of the West, is lies. Like we put out software and we put out, and if you include movies and TV and music, that's our main thing, other than guns and monetary policy. And in a sense, our money is software too. We don't ship paper. It's it's digital, and it's a bunch of ideas. It's kind of esoteric, you know, one, it's quantitative easing and stuff like that. So it's banking, fractional reserve, all that nonsense. A dollar is debt, and it's fiat, and it's detached from anything real. And even if it was bound to something real like gold, well, that was always on paper too. Yeah, it represents a vault, but it's tickers, ticker tape, price today, financial instruments, and it's all software. And you start digging down that rabbit hole, and it's like, well, everything is information. Everything is charge and spin and fields and all that madness. And I just wanted to talk about the West and propaganda because I was talking in my previous video about how personally annoying it is when I can detect being lied to, and uh, that began in school and led to a lifelong ability to spot some stuff and be aware of some things that other people don't seem to be aware of or aren't interested in. And you want to come back? Welcome back. Been almost 3 seconds. Hi. There you go. Curl up. So yeah, like I was gonna say, we don't even have a government, and that is like the most amazing piece of propaganda from, I need to call it the corporate era, because I feel like humanity has gone through three distinct stages of leadership, and probably some stuff before, but that's anthropology and everything. But like there was religion, and then there was the crown, and now there's the corporation. Church, crown, corporation, the company, three C's, whatever. Um, but yeah, the West is organizationally defined as corporations that have taken the place of government. And it really, you can, split hairs and be technical about when it started and everything. But for me, the clear dividing line is Reagan, because he was all like, first of all, he's an actor. So they hired an actor to play president after the soft coup where corporations, neocons, money took over and started to overtly starve the beast. That was a policy thing. Just search it, starve the beast. And he's like, the whole idea is to destroy governments and institutions. And Ayn Rand, Edward Bernays, all of that tied together, with the American oligarchs and old money oligarchs that were just in America, like Rothschilds and then Rockefellers and stuff, all that. The history of power in industrial society, post coal, or pre coal in Rothschild's case and others. Uh, it's it's all lies, right? And you, as a kid, if you're exposed to one of them, and it's one of the big central ones, and you start peeling away the layers and stuff, and it's like, I just was in a position where I was interested in that stuff. Like, there's a, how local newspapers back in the day would print letters from Santa. My parents sent one in because they thought it was funny, apparently, and of course, I don't remember writing it or whatever, but I could tell I wrote it. It's like, I said, I don't want any presents. I just want you to wake me up, you know? And I'm proud of that, right? But at the same time, you can see where that would cause problems. Like the kid that apparently, like, set traps and stuff, trying to get evidence, you know, and that leads you places. That sort of questioning nature. And I was talking, see my other video about my personal history, I guess. But so I'm asking questions, and it leads to other questions, and it leads to other questions, and then pretty soon you have a preponderance of evidence that, holy crap, I'm being lied to constantly about a wide range of things. And you don't like it. I don't like it. I think that socially, I'll just say, I would like there to be a law that says lying with the intent to profit and disregarding harms it may cause should be fraud. It should be like felony fraud. Like a lot of what advertising does to me is felony fraud. And the only reason it's not like actually a felony is because corporations in the Reagan era soft cooed America, and we no longer have a government. And I have a whole post on that, and it'll be a link in the description. And my argument basically is that if you define a government as a body that is supposed to represent the collective will and create policies along those lines at the behest of those people for the good of those people, we don't have that in America. And arguably, we've never had it. We were colonies, and then the richest man in the colonies took over. He basically wanted a bigger house. That's my read. George Washington was a slaver who just wanted more slaves, and he didn't want anything to get in the way of his accrual of wealth. And the Constitution is like the most brilliant PR scheme of the modern era, because what it allowed was a non-crown element to take over a significant region and defend it and hold it. And it wouldn't have worked if it hadn't been for France, right? So it's like, actually, it worked because one crown fought another, and this thing, like a cancer, just sort of happened and took advantage of that pressure. But again, that's the whole side thing, I guess. But my point is that we don't, like, the president is not the president. The president is a TV show, and that's proven. Like, there's literally statistically no impact on popular will and policy. Like, we don't have any say. We've never had any say. That means that, I mean, just look from the outset. It's like, well, yeah, well, we're a democracy and all men are created equal, so long as you mean landowning white men, and that term was even invented to create a divide between pores. And it's just all been a scam. It's all been a lie. And people in Britain immediately noticed this. It's like, that's funny. You're all talking about freedom, but you have slaves. So what? And you wiped out everything that was there before. You shut up, right? It's just bullshit. It's just complete crap. And so yeah, I see it everywhere. I see it in every billboard, every commercial, and I hide from it as best I can, ad block, filtering, and not going anywhere, and just trying not to consume products that are, crazy, crazy ad driven stuff. I don't know, product placement, whatever. But there's much more sophisticated lies baked into stuff now. And I don't know. Scripting does have value. It's about ordering your thoughts, being concise, not wasting a bunch of time. But at the same time, like I said, I have a huge problem with inauthentic things. Inauthenticity, yeah. And I just want to get it out first, and I don't want to process it later. But at the same time, I'm insecure about it. I realize it's crap. But I'm being messaged, so I'll stop there, I guess. Thanks for listening to me ramble.